Today I'm gonna be showing my Jujutsu shenanigans map. So, in build mode, I've been making things for over a year now, so I'm gonna show everything that I've made. You can see, right here, a lot of stuff. The first thing that I made is down here. It's not that. First thing that I ever made was this go sign. And I have still not fixed this being wrong. The color is really wrong. So once I started building, this was the first thing that I made. And surprisingly, it was the hardest because I was new to building, so I didn't know how to do it. And well, once I finished this, I started practicing. And then I built this. It's like one of those things where you walk up, cross the road, and walk down. It's not one of the best, but it does have a smiley face. And we've got down here, we've got this stuff. It's checking into the train station. See, if you walk here, the light turns on. And this light is for above. If you go up, then the light turns on. And if you go here, the lights turn off. And then there's the prison realm, which I created. You know, I actually just remodeled it. I made the skin around it redder, like darker, I mean. And when you walk in, you see all of this. I reworked this, all of it. It used to be just a prison cell, but now it's just this. And then you just fall right back down. Whoop. And then I made this cafe sign. Mojito Cafe. And inside there's like a 1v1 area and a spectate area. I don't know if I made this correctly. So 1v1, you come into this big open field. And if you ever want to go back, just like this. And then the spectate, you come in, and now you teleport in here. And to stop people from, well, following you in here and fighting the people who are spectating, there's an invisible wall so nobody can get in or out. And then there's this part. I made this part, it was designed after Chunky Steel, a fellow YouTuber. He actually inspired me to make all of this, and this was one of his builds, and so I tried to recreate it. It's not exactly the same, but it's also a little bit of the same, and I made this. It's supposed to be Russian roulette, but yeah, it didn't work. Actually, I still don't know if it works or not. And then if you come over here, there's a little expansion place that Chunky Steel made and inspired me to make in my map. And it's just a ginormous cherry blossom tree. Now, if we move on over here, there's the cookie shop. So you come in, and you can find a bunch of cookies. They are really badly done. And then over here, there's the steep liquid coming out of the ground. And this is Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen, my favorite character actually. And this is ice skating. I couldn't do ice skating because the letters were too big, so I had to make it ice skate. And Yuji for the character that you need to use, Vessel, aka Yuji. So when you come in here, you can see, once you go in, it's a little ice skating place. And if you do every variant of plus strikes, then you can glide like you're ice skating. And then you just jump and back. And I recently made this. The goo is coming out and moving towards the game studios over here. And then, once you climb up this ladder, you can see that it's forming something. And this tentacle thing isn't finished yet. And then there's this supposed to be a black hole. I made it for it to be like, for you to go in it and then you get teleported or sucked in, but it didn't quite work. So I just made, because at that time, when I made this, teleport blocks weren't a thing, so I had to use boost blocks. So now you do this. You just get boosted up. And then when teleport blocks were introduced, I then put a teleport block up there, and now it teleports you even further. And this is the Chunky Seal area. And it is to honor Chunky Seal, the content creator who helped me, inspired me to make this stuff. And I tried to make this as best as possible, but since still I was new to building, it didn't turn out so well. And then if we go over here, you can see a volcano. Now, if you go up and jump in, you'll fall in to what I like to call the chilling room, where you basically just chill and use voice chat to, well, talk with your friends. And there's one bad thing. I haven't created a way out, so you're forever trapped here unless you restart. And I specifically built this for me and my friend. Me and Dylan. He was my friend. We are best friends. And so I created that spot to talk and stuff. And this is one of my recent things, that is the forest. Once you go, you get spawned onto here, and then you can go through the forest. I've made this part, I made this, like you can go through everything, and these logs took way too long to make. I just copy and paste everything. And you may be thinking, what does this do? It's supposed to be a tunnel thing. I've forgotten what it is. So you enter, and now you go to the other side, to the, well, part where you are not supposed to go. And again, there's no way back. And you can see that because there are bars on there, so you can't go back. Whee! And behind the cookie shop, you can see the swing set, some sand, and a slide. And here's a custom billboard that I tried to make. And yeah, it doesn't look the same. And here is what I used to make. I used to put letters here that said school, but I didn't quite like it, so I just took the letters away. And you can see a green board and a desk. And then there's a big table here. You go up and you can see the teacher's table and 2 student seats. I did not have enough money to make a desk. So, and then this is a fish tank. So once you go in, you climb up there and you go in. Super good. I learned this building technique, like the water building technique, from a YouTuber named Cheslard, I think. I think that's what their name is, and you can just walk around here. Then and then I created this crane. Once you go up, then you can climb inside it, like any crane, and just wait to get to the top. And once you're at the top, you can walk through, and then you fall down. And it's picking up like wood to create something. And then I have created the Toji worm. See right here, the tail, this part. Whoa, I fell. So, and once you get to the head of it, you can see that there's a secret. You can go inside it. And speaking about secrets, there's a secret in the cherry blossom tree. At the back of it, you can walk through, and it's a little hiding spot. Then there's the hospital right over here. And so once you go in, you can see the waiting room and the checkout place. And then once you go up, you can see like all the checking rooms. This room is perfectly fine. And then you go into this room and you find some strawberry jam that you can lick off the floor. Delicious. And now you can go up here and you can see 2 beds. And over here it's red because the sign and stuff. Let me just back it around. And then there's this part. It's inspired by the Mahito death scene when Mahito died. The snowy place. And so, and you just go through the piles of snow to go in and out. No, this is my worst nightmare. Okay, and then there's the body repel coming out of here. And you definitely don't want to see the bottom of it. It doesn't go down. It just sort of stops at a certain point. Now, once you go inside its mouth, you can see a spawn point and glowy teeth. And so some people can just spawn here and then they can jump out. And so then there's, let me have a look. Yes, right here. There's a secret place in here. Once you come in, you can see different movesets. You have to go in here, and then you can see Takuna, which is the highest level Takuna. Then we can go to Gojo. All of these 8 moves. Divergent fist, divergent kick, rapid punches, ground kick, force, and hollow purple and infinite void. Then we can get into the funniest one, Meguna. Sukuna plus Megumi equals Meguna. But for me, it's Megugugaga. So we've got Dismantle, Rush, Malevolent Shrine, Rabbit Escape, Nude. No wait, no. I still don't know how to pronounce that name. Open Furnace, and then Maharaga, the Upstopper. So then this Yuji moveset got all of the Final Fight Yuji moves, and that's pretty cool. And then one of my biggest things that I've made is this Shibuya expansion. It took me 5 days to complete 2 buildings, and then I used another 5 days to create there and here, and then this shop, which has the most disgusting food in the world. And this one I just put random numbers in to create this, and this one is just the normal image block. And you can see these 2 towers, they're just normal towers, and then you can see that most of it is destroyed. And you can see right here, this one is the most destroyed. And then we got the disco pad. Once you walk on it, it lights up. Everything lights up. And here is the ginormous machine. You can turn yourself ginormous, but since I don't want to be ginormous, let me just respawn. I don't want to be ginormous, but the dummy can. So then we can just move on. So, oh wait, yeah. This is a secret part of the map that I covered up to make it even more secret. And there's a spawn point right there. And you can see right here, there's a cannon. And once you go up in it, it shoots you over here. Small, you can shrink down to the size of an atom. Huge, you become huge. And then there's this waterfall that I made out of neon colors. But if you punch the back of it, you can see a whole cave with crystals and stuff. Then, if you walk out, you can see this Hakari thing, the gambling machine. We love to gamble! And it brings you to the Hakari and Kashimo fight. I don't want to give you so many spoilers, so... And then, there's Squid Games. Oh wait, let's have a look at the 2D part first. So this is a 2D game part. If there's a dummy in there, or somebody who goes in there, then this makes them move to the left with loot blocks. This makes them jump, and this one makes them move forwards. And then this one makes you return home. But they can't go home. Now for the Squid Game. I didn't want to get copyright issues. So, Squid Shenanigans. So, here is the beds. They're way too hard to make, that's why there are barely any beds. And here's the game number 1. And this is the VIP room. The VIP people will come and watch down on you. Then, enter game 2, which blinds people's eyes. It's Mingle. And there are 2 doors. This one is fake. Once you press it, you die. This one is real. Once you press it, you move on. This is glass bridge. I have made it way too long. And there's this part at the end. You can go through this. And now you can also go through this. You need to dash. And once you get to the other side, you get meted with the bright light of death. Now let me just die real quick. And now, for the last part, last thing, it is this. It's it's a sports stadium. Right here is the waiting room. This is the checkout place to go in. Then once you go in, the sky changes. Now it's blue. And, well, in here you can just fight people to the death. And that's it for today's video. And if you have any suggestions on what I should build, just put it in the comments and I'll find some way to build it. And I will make a video. That's it for today. Bye.